to get straight into it. This is my first video. Okay, let's go. So weekly Bitcoin outlook. So what are we looking at? Okay, well currently it is Monday 22nd of September. I'm currently in London time. Obviously I've got my chart set to New York time. That's just most conducive for me, especially if I'm trading New York session or something like this. And also, if you guys haven't already, change yours to New York time. It's much more beneficial. You don't have to, but it's just very useful, especially if you're trading indices or equities like Nasdaq or ES. But anyway, let's go. So what do we have? Well, let's start actually at the monthly. Okay, I'm just going to do this. You don't have to do this. I'm just going to show it for you as a point of reference. Low to high. Cool. What do we have? Okay, well, we're in a premium. We're above equilibrium, and we're kind of going in and out of this 25% monthly range, right? Which is, yeah, okay, cool. Let's go down to the weekly. Actually, something else to point out is this resistance. Cool. Wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. So, yeah. And you can add a fib to that if you'd very much like to. And by the way, guys, if you really want to, you can add a fib to these as well. I'll be going into videos more about this, okay? But yeah, you don't have to worry about that right now. Point is, there's resistance here, which is what we need to look for. And actually, you can see how we worked up to the 75% area, okay, and rejected. So what does that tell us? Well, it's not ready to break out yet, okay. Weekly time frame. Still use the resistance area as point of reference, and actually we can use this as well. Okay, so we kind of, well, we came down, reacted off of this 25% level, and let me just get rid of all of these. So we're now in a premium net on the monthly, and then a premium on the weekly as well. Sorry, we're bullish on the weekly. We can go from down here to up here. Let me just get rid of this so it's easier to see. Okay, we can see how we're reacting off the levels. Okay, we come down, react off of it, come down, react off of it, come down. Okay, well, we close below it, but it's bullish. Okay, we create a low here. There's something to keep in mind, guys, is optimal trade entry. This is something I will be going over in future videos. It's a concept, obviously. It doesn't really, it's more of a point of reference to use as optimal trade entry, hence the name, right? It's an ICT concept, and I mean, we can see how the bodies close exactly on the 62% fib level, which is a key Fibonacci level, okay? That's, you know, all you guys really need to know about this. This fib is actually very useful. I use it for intraday trading many times, not always, but it's very useful to have, and I will be going into it, as I said, in future videos. You can see it wicked down, but then it closed bullish, obviously. Cool. Let's go to the daily. And actually, something else. Let me get rid of that. Actually, one more thing. We're in a premium right now. You can see price is about 112. We won't be coming any lower than sort of 0.5. If we do, it will just be a wick, but then we'll close above on the weekly, especially since, yeah, there's this inefficiency here which we've filled, and yeah, it's only Monday. We will see what happens, but nonetheless, we did close just bearish, which means that there's not real bearish intent, but we will have some on the weekly, okay? And we actually had a massive dump today. If we go to the daily, you can see this absolute massive dump. I say massive, it was only about what, 3% or something, around about 3%. Okay, obviously we want to be marking out this range. For those of you who are new to trading as a whole, price moves in accordance to inefficiencies in price and draws on liquidity. Draws on liquidity being highs, lows, swing highs, swing lows, low resistance draws on liquidity. Like, if you guys have heard of the ICT concept of inducement, you will know that if we're in a downtrend, for example, we will have short bursts of, counter sort of lower highs, lower lows, this sort of thing. You can see here, draw on liquidity, draw on liquidity, draw on liquidity, draw on liquidity, until we change structure, right? Which is on this candle here, the 8th of September, where we break, but we don't actually break until the 10th, okay? Because we close above, basically above this area here. And plus we take the liquidity here, okay? And eventually we take the liquidity above here, and we reject off of here. Trade in levels, guys. Trade in accordance to liquidity, trade in accordance to the overall macroeconomic perspective and the macroeconomic dynamic, okay? Obviously, label out your inefficiencies in price being FVGs or inverse FVGs. Got a tiny one here. We have another one over here, and obviously on the higher time frames is more significant. I labeled this range. You can see how, if we're outside the range, that's buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity over here. I actually did trade this and this. This is actually a very nice one. Well, how come? Well, if we go to the weekly, and I haven't marked this out, I don't think. We have a fair value gap. Look at that. Which is an inefficiency in price, okay? You can see how we wick down, but we closed above, okay? That's no coincidence, people. And go to the daily time frame. Yeah, I wanted to just so from this low, then with large displacement, I'm only doing the fib from the displacement, okay, to this high. Okay, we come into the optimal trade entry. Cool. Boom. Long that. Okay, you can long here, or you can come back down long here with, you can just add it up again from this low to this high, this low here to this high, and then comes back down. Cool. Boom. Relative equal highs and liquidity pool above here. Okay, we take it, grab the liquidity and turn to the downside. Okay, and this is the all-time high, as you guys probably already know. So what do I expect to happen for this week? Well, we break down those high impact news. We've got draws on liquidity here, down here, but that said, what's the weekly telling us? Well, this weekly gap in here, we've already taken that. Cool. Are we going to be coming down here? No. Why? Low, high, low. Plus optimal trade entry for bullish. Okay, it's bullish. Don't get fooled, people. We're overall bullish, even though we're bearish right now on the weekly. Daily, we are bearish as well. Okay. Obviously bid at major support levels, or resistance for that matter if you're shorting, like here. This was a good level. Why? You can see, let me get rid of this range so you guys can see clearer, and this gap, and yeah. So this area here is resistance. Obviously trade the levels, guys. You could have shorted here with leverage, If you used, you know, even 20x leverage here, you bidded it, you know, 115.8, then I mean you would have made a pretty generous return depending on how much capital you use. And just say you had $1,000 of your own capital, you put it into a trade, 20x leverage. Obviously, you know, a lot of people don't, you know, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, you should trade with high leverage, but, you know, I trade with high leverage. You guys don't have to. I will be teaching a ton more concepts and, you know, strategies, etc., and helping you guys, because this is what I want to do. And, well, I'm here as a helping hand for you guys, okay? Yeah, so that would have been going down by about 3%. Obviously, you probably would have gotten out if we go down to just say the 4 hour. Okay, well, we had this gap here on the 4 hour, and we have this low here, so you might have wanted to get out here. Maybe have a TP here, maybe here. We close sort of in the equilibrium of that gap over here. Okay, let me just mark it out for you guys so you can see. Cool. Well, we're rejecting off of it. Okay, so maybe it's just nice to just take some off there, or all of your position for that matter. So just say you got about 3%, 20x leverage, $1,000. So $1,000 would have been $20,000. 3% of $20,000 is $600. So $600 in what? How many days? About 4 days. Obviously, if you had entered here, then yeah, would have got a bit of drawdown if you entered here. But here, you can see, here we broke structure here, but then we didn't break full structure until this candle came below here. Okay, so if you guys got any questions, then leave them down below. I will be posting more content in terms of concepts, ideas and strategies for crypto, not just Bitcoin, but mainly Bitcoin, because that basically drives the whole of crypto, right? And well, crypto's only growing, so you guys get strapped in and enjoy the ride.